What's up, guys? My name is Philip John, and today we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and their key to postseason success. The one reason that I love the NBA is because the offseason is just about as entertaining as the regular season. And while I love watching the games and the playoffs are amazing, the offseason is actually really entertaining. I love seeing where players are going to go. Are they going to switch teams? Are they going to switch conferences? Are they going to form alliances? It's really interesting to me. This offseason is actually one of the craziest ever, and it hasn't even started yet. This offseason features some of the biggest names that have ever been out there, and it actually only starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. And we are in store for something big because we have no idea what's going to happen. It could change the NBA landscape for 10 years to come, and we are not ready for it. We are not ready for it. Let me repeat, we're not ready for it. One of the big stories of the offseason is the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, last season they were able to get LeBron James, who was the best player in the world. That was a huge step. They got Magic Johnson to bring him in. But then after not making the playoffs in their first year, Magic Johnson stepped down. And it seemed like the Lakers went from here to here. And it didn't go like kind of how they wanted it to go. And the Lakers were kind of in a spot where no one thought they would be, which is at the bottom of the league as one of the worst run franchises in the league. The Lakers' road to this offseason is really interesting. Obviously, last season they were able to get LeBron James, the best player in the world. And that was a huge step for them. Magic Johnson was able to bring him in, and everyone thought they are going to be good. Then Magic Johnson left after they didn't make the playoffs, and that kind of took the NBA world by storm. No one really expected that. And that left Rob Pelinka in charge, running the Lakers. And from what I've heard, nobody really likes Rob Pelinka. They don't think he's trustworthy. They think he's a liar. You know, people were thinking the Lakers are done. They're about to waste the end of LeBron's career. And me personally, I would hate to see that. I would hate to see this last few years of LeBron's career go down, not winning any games for the Lakers. You know, that would be terrible. But Rob Pelinka made some moves. Rob Pelinka was able to bring in Anthony Davis and keep Kyle Kuzma, which is underrated of a move because I don't even know if Magic Johnson could have gotten that done. He was able to keep Kyle Kuzma. And then everyone thought he was going to stop there, but he went on to clear another max slot for another big-time player like Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, one of these big names the Lakers could go get. And that's actually really, really exciting. And Rob Pelinka did a pretty good job. So I think kind of all of us in the NBA world owe him an apology. We should give an apology. That kind of leads me to my next point. The Lakers could bring in a lot of different names. Different names that have been discussed are Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, like I just stated. First, I want to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard is, without a doubt, the most talented player that the Lakers can get. He's the most talented player that the Lakers can get, hands down. And if they have a chance, no matter what it takes, go get him. Even if you have to put a bunch of nobodies on the rest of that team, go get him, because I feel like if you put 3 of the top 5 players in the league on the same team, there's no chance that they're not going to win. Nobody really knows what they could accomplish because that's so much talent. It'd be the most talent that's probably ever been on a team ever. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, and me and my sister could probably still win a ring in 2020. And so I think that, if you can get Kawhi Leonard, go get him. Don't ask any questions. Another name that's come up a lot is Kyrie Irving. Obviously, there's the connection between LeBron and Kyrie. They played together in Cleveland. Even though they had a shaky ending there with Kyrie trying to leave the Cavs and get out of under LeBron's shadow, I guess, they were able to accomplish a lot. They were able to win a ring and take down a 73-9 Warriors team, which nobody has been able to do. A lot of people think that LeBron and Kyrie is actually the best basketball fit. Even though they may not fit perfectly off the court, that their basketball fit is really good. Because when LeBron needs a break, he can stay on the court, but he can give the ball to Kyrie and he can go run the offense. And I agree, that does make sense, and they have proven that they can win, but I don't really think that that's the best option. I don't know that I would trust Kyrie Irving to be that third guy, that he's going to stay consistent. He's shown that he can cause problems. He caused some problems in Cleveland, caused problems in Boston. It's been reported that he went months without talking to his teammates in both of those teams, which is kind of crazy. Those are like your brothers when you're on a team in the NBA. You're with those guys all the time. He went months without talking to them. That's insane. And I really wouldn't want that in my locker room. And you might think, that's all in the past. He's grown, but there's no proof that he's grown. Just because he comes back to LeBron doesn't mean that he's grown at all. So I don't know if I would go spend that max salary on Kyrie Irving. Another name that's come up is Jimmy Butler. I actually really kind of like this fit, Jimmy Butler with Anthony Davis. I think that would make the Lakers a great defensive team. Obviously, LeBron has been slowly sliding down on defense. That's okay. You know, he's pretty old. And he can still do it when he really needs to. In the playoffs and finals, big moments, he can still play some really good defense. But Jimmy Butler, I still don't know if I would spend that max out on him because he has also caused problems in locker rooms. He caused problems in Chicago. He kind of had problems with players in Minnesota. Even in Philadelphia right now, he's having some problems. And even if he's not on the Lakers, I don't think he'll be back with Philadelphia next year. We'll see, but I don't think I would spend that max lot on Jimmy Butler either. Another thing is Jimmy Butler doesn't bring the three-point shooting that I think LeBron would need. You know, he's a good scorer, but I wouldn't say he's a shooter. He can hit mid-range, he can drive, but he's not a great shooter. LeBron can't really kick out to people, which is something that I feel like he really needs to be able to do. If you're not going to get Kawhi Leonard, and you're not going to get one of these big names, go get depth. I actually think this is one of the best options the Lakers have. Go get Patrick Beverley, and go get Danny Green, and go get Brook Lopez, and these guys, and put them together and actually have like a really deep team that has guys that consistently play throughout the season, will show up every night. Keep in mind, you have LeBron and Anthony Davis already. That's two of the biggest, those are two of the biggest names in the NBA. Those are two of the top 5 players. And you really don't need too much more star power than that. I feel like if you fill out the roster with depth, that'll actually help you go deeper in the playoffs, stay consistent over the years rather than relying on 3 stars and really nobody else. So this is a really good option, actually. The players I just talked about are 3-and-D players, meaning they shoot threes and they play defense. And that kind of leads me to the next player, who is the key to the Lakers offseason. You may think it's unlikely, but Klay Thompson. If the Lakers can go get Klay Thompson, which I know everyone thinks he's going to easily re-sign with the Warriors, and he might, but he has said that he's open to taking a meeting if the Warriors don't offer him a max. So we know he's open to doing it. Klay Thompson just might be all-time the best fit of any player who could ever play with LeBron. He is arguably the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooter ever. Nobody else has dropped that many points on really not dominating the ball at all. Just purely catch and shoot, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. It's crazy. Along with his elite, top of the NBA level defense. It's kind of crazy that person, the ultimate 3-and-D player, is right there available for the Lakers to get. Also, he's used to being a third option. There's not going to be that ego problem. He's been a third option on the Warriors for a couple of years now. And he's used to it, and he's filled that role perfectly, and he could actually fill that role great, right with the Los Angeles Lakers. So I think if they can go get him, he checks all the boxes, plays defense, shoot threes, spaces the floor for LeBron and AD, no ego problems, will actually bring the team together, and then fill out that rest of that roster with minimum level players, you know. And that team, I think, will three-peat. There are 2 players that I think will actually lead the Lakers to the maximum level of success, and that's Kawhi and Klay. After that, I would honestly just go with the depth. But if you can get either of these 2 players, Kawhi and Klay, I think they are set. Klay is actually the better fit than Kawhi because Kawhi, even though he can play off ball, he's kind of grown into a leadership role of leading the team, leading the offense, running the offense, and we don't even know if he'd be the second option, third option. Probably he'd be the second option over Anthony Davis. He would be able to take the best offensive player on the other team so that LeBron doesn't have to. AD could take their best big man. And I think it would work really great. So if the Los Angeles Lakers are able to get Klay Thompson or even Kawhi Leonard, they will three-peat. I'm saying it right now. They will win the next 3 NBA titles. LeBron will tie Michael Jordan. That actually leads me to my next point, which is LeBron's legacy. This pivotal decision on who the Lakers decide to bring in will greatly affect LeBron's legacy. His 3 rings right now, Michael Jordan has 6. And while we go back and forth on who's the greater player, LeBron has better stats, Michael Jordan has more rings, undefeated in the finals, things like that. While it goes back and forth on who's better, I think if LeBron is able to win 1, 2, let alone 3 rings and tie Michael Jordan, he will be unquestionably the greatest player of all time. That's pretty much all I had in mind for this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, show some support. My name is Philip John. See you in my next video.